Last thing I want to say, Mr. Speaker, is that as a House, people also must appreciate that when we are carrying out our responsibilities to push for certain legislative positions as a Senate, we do so for the benefit of the Republic. We will do so robustly, Mr. Speaker. We will not be intimidated. This House will continue doing its job. And I'm very proud of the Senate, of the work we are doing. Sadly, Mr. Speaker, and I want to inform the House, and I hope Senator Mutula Kilonzo can listen insofar as this issue is concerned. Mr. Speaker, sadly yesterday, Mr. Speaker, the President signed a bill into law that is purporting to amend, Mr. Speaker, various institutions of health in the country. I want to inform the nation that that is not law for purpose of our Constitution, that, Mr. Speaker, that law cannot be enforced anywhere in this Republic because it did not go through the required legal mechanism of passing law. I want also to inform the public that insofar as matters of health, which national and county government have concurrent jurisdiction, Mr. Speaker, the official position under our Constitution is that that law cannot be applied anywhere. The honest truth that must be said in this Republic is that any member of public who is being pushed to apply that law must not obey that law. And if they feel that they are being pushed to do so, Mr. Speaker, they have a responsibility to go to High Court of Kenya to declare that law null and void, so that the process can begin afresh, where the law will come to both houses of Parliament. Mr. Speaker, I am glad that I gave my personal advice and my advice as Majority Leader to the Executive that that law was not law for purpose of our Constitution. That advice has been ignored, Mr. Speaker. And, Mr. Speaker, since that advice has been ignored, I want to advise the public, including this House, that we should be able to take other remedial measures that will restore the dignity of Parliament insofar as passing laws are concerned. It is impossible to say that any health law can be passed in this great Republic without the input of the Senate and without the Senate performing its responsibilities. Mr. Speaker, as legislators and as a person who is the majority side, and particularly a person who is majority leader, I have a responsibility to this nation to give honest advice to the President, to give honest advice to the Senate, to give honest advice to the citizens of this Republic. I do not wish that many years down the line it will be said, in the era of Hypocrite Murkomen being the majority leader, certain illegalities were done or to undermine the jurisdiction of the Senate. That must go on record, because this is a house of record. I want my children, my great-grandchildren, to come and read, Mr. Speaker, and say there was a man who was a majority leader in the Senate and stood by the Constitution and stood by the mandate of the Senate, Mr. Speaker, and stood by the desire to ensure that the institutional capacity of this House is not going to be undermined. And I am ready, Mr. Speaker, to go at any length to ensure that that dignity is restored and the respect of this House is restored. I shall be determined by this House. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and may God bless you. Asante.